Hi guys. Okay, we are going to talk about solving multivariable equations. Our first one I'm going to do is 2xy equals x plus 7. And it says solve for x. Alright, so I have to get all my x's to one side. I see I have x's on both sides. So I'm going to move this x over here. So I have 7 left. Now, with variables, you can only combine if they are identical. So xy is not identical to x. So you are going to leave them as two separate entities. Okay? So we want to solve for x. I only need one x. So we're going to have to factor. Okay? So you look at both terms and say, what's my greatest common factor? What do they both have in common? Well, they have an x in common. Okay? So I'm going to factor out an x. When I say factor out, I mean divide. So over here, if I were to take 2xy and divide it by x, the x's cancel and I'm left with 2y. So 2y. Here I have a negative x divided by x. My answer is negative 1. And that's equal to 7. So if you were to distribute the x back in, x times 2y is 2xy. X times negative 1 is negative x. So I didn't really solve anything. I just wrote it in a different way, in a way where I only have one x to solve for. Now the x is multiplied to the 2y minus 1, so I'm going to use inverse operations, and I am going to divide both sides by 2y minus 1. So these get canceled, and I'm left with x equals 7 over 2y minus 1, and that is our answer. Okay, I want to do another example. We are going to do d over 2 plus f over 4 is equal to 6, and they want me to solve for f. Okay, so fractions. The fastest and easiest way to get rid of a fraction when you're solving equations is just to multiply the entire equation by whatever's in your denominator. Now, you could say, okay, well 2 times 4 is 8, and you can put an 8 out here. You can put a 4 out here because 2 is a factor of 4, or you can just put them both out here individually. Okay? It will all get you to the same answer. So if I look at my first term, d over 2, I know my 2's are going to cancel, and that's going to leave me with 4d. Okay? What did I just do? I did d over 2 times the 2 times the 4 right here. The 2's cancel, and I have d times 4, which is 4d over 1, which is just 4d. So I just did this in my head. Okay, when I look at this one, my 4's cancel, and I'm left with 2 times f. So that is a 2f. And then here, nothing cancels. So 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. So when we get here, remind yourself you want f alone. So I'm going to move that d to the other side. So now I have 2f is equal to 48 minus 4d. I need my f alone, so I'm going to divide by 2 both sides. These 2's cancel, and I'm left with f equals 48 divided by 2, 24. 4 divided by 2 is a 2. So you have f equals 24 minus 2d. And I will do one more. All right, we are going to do 3 times 2j minus k equals 108. And we want to solve for j. Okay? So PEMDAS, remember, order of operations. The very first thing that we need to do is to deal with this parentheses. So I'm going to distribute the 3 back to both. 3 times 2j is 6j. 3 times negative k is a negative 3k equals 108. Okay, I want j alone, so I'm going to move my k to the other side, and I have 6j equals 108 plus 3k. You're going to divide both sides by 6, and you're going to get j equals, now 108 divided by 6 is 18. 3 over 2, you can actually reduce that to 1/2. So that is going to be our answer. All right, good luck, guys.